Welcome to Celebrating Act Two, where John Coleman and I get to speak with Bill Jordan, our favorite philosopher of things old and new.
Yes, Bill Jordan, the baby boomer philosopher. Yes, he's the one.
But,
He's the one who actually remembers pre-area code telephones. Yes,
hey,
he's the
John, are
guy.
you on the
Thank you.
phone? You know, we're talking to Bill here. You talking to the phone? Who are you talking to?
Area
What?
codes, yes.
So why is it, guys, that people use the phone like this? Oh, but no, hello. What happened to putting it up to your ear? I don't know.
I
But
don't
remember,
do that. I don't
remember
do
when you were a kid? Remember telephones? The area, there was no area code.
that. Right.
There was some exchange name, Melrose 5. Mine was Talmadge 8. I remember that.
It was
Talmadge 8.
Lyric, and it became LY61936, but it was Lyric 61936.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I
And
mean,
then
it's
it changed the
you never
numbers.
learned it. So it's in your head. I mean, it's
Yeah.
there.
And of course, at that point, you had to remember everybody's phone number. You knew all your friends' phone numbers. Today, I don't know. I don't even know my wife's phone number.
Or just a minute, going down memory lane here. I remember when you could dial a phone number without a one in front of it. Okay? Or
Sure.
just for your local area. And now you have to do it whether you're dialing long distance or not. And then I remember when they kept changing the area codes and breaking up the
Yes.
so your favorite, not like in California here, we started out with 714 and they changed us to 949. And I resent the fact that my son had a cell phone when he was in college just about 20 miles away, but it was a 714. He still has a 714 area code. What a lucky dude. That was Orange County, California. Anyway, I
Well, that's when
digress.
area code meant something.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but times have changed. I mean, there's pluses, but there's just that nostalgia of the lyric and this and memorizing numbers, or you got that sliding Rolodex thing. My mom was so proud of getting that little thing that sprang up. You put it on
yeah.
and I could find my friend Ronnie Green's number, although I had it memorized, but you slide that, push the button and it would open up and just a wealth of phone information would pop out at you. That was good stuff. But you remembered the important ones. Somehow we had the bandwidth up here at that time to do that. But then, you had to, you call a girl's house, you might have to talk to her dad. You may have to get past her dad before you get to her mom. Or, those are pretty dangerous times. And you pick up the phone not knowing who was on the other side, like
That's right.
a psychotic, somebody's just calling your house. And this always got me. I learned this early on. Someone would call, even as a kid, someone would call and they would say, you'd say, hello. They'd say, who's this? And it's like, you called me. I'm not telling you who I am. Now you don't even have to guess. You see it before you even pick up, and then you can look and go, I ain't taking that call.
Yeah.
Let it go voicemail.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a caller ID. It's there's a psychotic killer calling. I don't think I'll take that call. It knows everything.
Yeah. Also, nowadays, what happens is that there's a no call list, and the cell phone has caller ID. So if you have your list in your phone, it'll pop up and say who it is if you have it in your contact list. But if not, it's like this. But the problem is that if you're getting a call from a doctor's office, to which if you ever try to call into a doctor's office, you put on wait, and if it's an emergency, call 911. And if it's not an emergency, what the hell you call me for unless you want to pay me money? You know what it is. But if you're expecting maybe a last minute, you just had a test and you have to find out, you have to come in and have your arm removed or something. So you start answering calls that you wouldn't otherwise not recognize the caller ID. And then they say, so we have this great opportunity for you to, no, I don't need a great opportunity. I need to know whether or not I need to take my medication or not. So we find ourselves answering phone calls we wouldn't have done otherwise. But in the old day, you had to answer the phone because you didn't have any choice. Now with the caller ID, if you don't recognize the number, I don't answer it. Let it go to voicemail.
Even if you do recognize it, when we got the phones, and I didn't do this to a great extent, but we would assign different ringtones to different people.
Oh,
Sure.
no, I never did that.
So
Huh.
I was in a years ago. I was in a store and this guy's phone went off, and it was the theme from The Exorcist. And I looked at him, and he saw me give him a glance, and he just looked at me, and he went, "Ex-wife," and then he got answered the phone. But we put the separate, ringtones in, so we know who was calling. Now someone calls, and you look at the screen, and you go, let it go to voicemail. We don't even take the calls anymore.
Right.
We don't even have to take them. So, but think about this. I'm going to tie this in. It's going to sound weird. We are told that physical fitness wise, we need to get in our 10,000 step, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I pace when I am on the phone. I will walk. If I'm in the yard, I will walk all over the yard. I will walk in the house. And you know where I got that was those long extension cords on our phones as kids.
Yeah.
What are they, 14 feet, 20-foot cord? It's the only way you get any privacy. The phones that are in the kitchen, the table where we eat dinner was right there. You get the phone, you go around out in the hallway and stretch that thing up, and then it ends up in a knot.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's hanging this close. I tell you, man, kids nowadays, the technology, they got no idea. I sound like my dad talking to me. Got no idea how easy you've got it.
But I remember the fun, though, speaking about those like 15-foot cords, is that like when they got all tangled up, then every so often after you'd hang up a call, you'd hold it by the end and let it unravel. And then try to get it back to its, coiled shape. Never happened. Never got it fully done. There was always a kink in it.
It's a little tornado.
Yeah. So,
These are great memories, guys.
Well, I'm for one happy to have the new technology. I remember going around a house years ago, and so I wouldn't have that 30-foot extension to the phone. I built phone plugs. What do we call them? The jacks.
Jacks.
I put them in every room. I rewired the damn house. This is a lot easier. Trust me.
We're talking about the new phone, so we were going a little astray here. But first of all, to piggyback on Bill, that's who it is, Bill, a little bit, is I'm glad I remember most of the stuff. But the thing that I've really learned how to do, and I don't do while I'm driving anymore, is your phone now is also your computer. And so going from application, I've really mastered now how not to hang up the phone while I'm going to check something else on my phone, which has everything that I am interested in.
Trust that.
Yeah.
Right.
I never
Very
trust
tough. Anyway, so where are we going with this? And we don't call each other anymore either. We speak on Skype. So that's another conversation for another day. I think in the last 3 or 4 years, Bill, you and I have had maybe 2 conversations on the phone, which is how do we set up Skype?
Yeah. All
Anyway.
right. Excuse me. Listen, I'm on the do not call list. Do not call me. There's a federal offense. Say goodbye. Bye, guys. Hey, before we say goodbye, we got to embrace the boom.
Always great to talk to my fellow baby boomers, Art and John. Thank you, guys. Live your life. Forget your age. Embrace the boom. Enjoy your life.
Amen.
Thank you.
See you guys.
For more on Celebrating Act 2, visit our webpage, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends. Celebrating Act 2 is the user manual for the second half of your life.